What's up, YouTube? My name's Tommy, and this is Small and Fun. On today's episode, we're gonna be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Had a lot of stuff going on, but we're finally gonna get to it. On this episode, we're gonna break down and paint the mini bike. We're gonna strip it down, take everything off of it, sand it down, make it pretty and shiny, and then cover it in paint. So let's get to it. All right, like I said, today we're gonna strip this thing down, take everything off of it, and we're gonna start working on putting a nice paint job on it. This thing looks just beat up and old, and we're gonna refresh it, okay? The reason we're gonna refresh it is because it's such a fun toy, it deserves to look good. So, unlike most of my videos, I'm not gonna walk you through every step of breaking this thing down. It's probably gonna be a time lapse. Get straight to the point and get straight to the good stuff. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got the mini bike stripped down. Everything is off of it that needs to come off of it.
That's naked?
Is what?
It's naked.
It's naked.
Naked.
Naked?
Naked. It's naked.
We make it naked.
No, the word is naked.
Naked.
There you go. So the mini bike is naked, and we pulled its guts out, and it's just a skeleton. And now we're gonna grind down the skeleton and make it shiny metal so that we can paint.
And then we're gonna...
We might not make it completely shiny. We're just gonna scuff it up nice enough, get all the dirt off of it, stuff like that. So, time for another sweet time lapse. Say goodbye.
Bye.
We're gonna
and
go
one more thing.
What's up?
And we're gonna put this stuff on here also.
Yep. So you ready
there
to...
won't be any naked stuff.
You ready to hit the fast forward button?
Yep.
All right. Okay, here we go. Got a lot of it done today. Made a huge mess, but that's okay. Starting to come along good. Taking a lot of the paint off, making progress. But for my marriage's sake, I'm gonna go inside and have some family time. So I'll see y'all in the morning. Back at it again. Next day, let's get back to grinding this puppy down and see if we can't get all the old paint taken off of it today. That'd be nice. Let's do it. No more mumbo jumbo, talky walkie stuffy stuff. All right, guys, well, got a bunch of the prep work done, all of the prep work done. Just got done wiping it down with some brake parts cleaner to get all the grease off of it and get all the dust off of it and stuff like that. We are using a paint that will cover it pretty well. We're using some peelable paint, Plasti Dip, but it's the cool stuff with the metal flakes in it, the super high quality fancy stuff. But what we're using is this nice blue color, and it is a Dusty luxury metal. It's got some nice metal flake in it. It's a deep dark blue, so let's go see how it looks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the mini bike. This thing looks awesome. And dope also, says Justin. Look at that paint color, guys. Oh man. If you guys have never completely taken on a project like this, let me just tell you how rewarding it is. When you get to a point like this and you see the stuff you're doing making a difference, all right, and you see this crisp, shiny color on there, it makes it all worth it. All the stinking grinding and pulling stuff apart and worrying about engines running, it's all worth it whenever you slap that first coat of paint on there and you can see it coming together. So, all right, well, there it is. First coat. Oops, kicking boxes. First coat, done. And then next will be the second coat, because 2 comes after 1. All right, guys. All right, guys, there you have it. The first coat is on the mini bike, and boy, does it look sweet. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. We're gonna put the next coat on here. I'm excited and maybe a little bit silly because the garage is closed and I just put a whole can of spray paint on that mini bike. So for right now, that's it. And I'm gonna go inside and spend time with my lovely wife, and then I will see you back here tomorrow after work. So peace. All right, guys, so we got all the paint on. It's looking phenomenal. We have good coverage all over the mini bike. And I brought Jonathan in here after it was dry last night and asked him if he wanted to leave it the kind of flat, classic Plasti Dip style, or if he wanted me to put some clear coat on it. And like the champ that I knew he is, he wants that puppy clear coated. So the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna spray some clear coat on here, give this thing a nice shine, okay? And then we're gonna move it out of the way and we're gonna move on to the wheels. So anyways, I'm gonna set this camera on another time lapse. We're gonna put some clear coat on it and then move on to the wheels. That's looking good, I think. All right, there we go. We got some clear coat applied on here. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit before I move it. I'm gonna step outside and get some fresh air because enclosed spaces, spray paint and stuff like that, it's kind of thick in here. So I'm gonna let this dry off for a little bit and then come in here and get started on these wheels. All right, guys, I really had to move outside. It was thick in there. So we're gonna step out here and clean this wheel up. I just got some brake parts cleaner here and really get this dirt and oil and stuff off this wheel. Hey, in the comments section, make sure you let me know how you think this thing's turning out. If you have any ideas for it, let me know. You know, I'd love to entertain some ideas and get the viewers involved in the channel, because That's kind of one of the things I said I was going to do at the beginning of this thing, is have a very interactive channel, you know. But the first part of having an interactive channel is having viewers that want to interact with it. So do your part. Just joking. Just joking. But really, do your part. Got some plans for the future, trying to move this channel forward. I know I've repped their products before, but there's a company here in Texas called Go Power Sports, and they do everything go-karts and mini bikes, you know, anything small engine performance. They're the people you want to go to. And there are other go-kart channels out there who are far better than me, by the way. You should go check those guys out. But all the big go-kart channels, they go through Go Power Sports. So that's who I've been going through to get parts and stuff. And I absolutely love their products. So I just realized that I had squirreled a little bit right there. I was fixing to tell you about a plan I had to move the channel forward, but then I squirreled out on my Go Power Sports spiel, but there's for good reason, because they are the ones that hold. Anyways, moving on. So at the Go Power Sports headquarters in Fort Worth, they hold a swap meet, and I believe it's monthly. I could be wrong. I need to contact them and find out when it is, but I digress. They hold a swap meet every once in a while, and a bunch of people who are into go-karts and mini bikes and all that stuff, they go to this swap meet to see what kind of stuff there is, you know, do some trading or do some buying or whatever. Oh man, those are on there. And the reason I want to go there is because the other big go-kart and mini bike channels, they go to that swap meet quite often, you know, to promote their channels or meet fans, stuff like that. And so I am a fan of 3 particular channels. I know I should be saying their names. I don't know if it's uncouth to be dropping their names as a brand new go-kart channel, but I'm going to do it anyways. The 3 channels I watch that got me into this are Cars and Cameras, Redbeard's Garage, excuse me, and Rather Be Welding. If you want to see some channels that really got this niche on lock, you should go check those guys out. Cars and Cameras, Rather Be Welding, Redbeard's Garage. They all have a little bit different flavor on this stuff, so go check those 3 channels out. No, I've never really talked to anybody on those channels. I don't think they've even answered any of my comments on there, so I'm not going to act like I'm their friends or anything, but they're the channels that got me into this YouTubing stuff, and you know, you should definitely check those guys out. But that's enough about that. That's a 70-tooth sprocket. Wow. If I put that 60-tooth on there, it'll lose torque. 70-tooth sprocket. I reckon that'll be fine. Okay, we got these wheels cleaned up. It's still going to be thick as pea soup in there with spray paint. I'm about to make it thicker with some more spray paint, but we're going to get in there and put some paint on these wheels. So let me get off here. All right, I got the wheel taped up. Put some of this paint on here. See how it works out. The frame is drying nicely though. That is pretty sweet looking. Pretty dang sweet looking. Get this one taped up real quick. I'm using Gorilla Tape because I don't know where my masking tape went. All right. We're taped up. Let's lay some paint. Sticking hub. I'm not too worried about the hub. That's gonna have a sprocket or a brake rotor on it. So yeah, there you go. That looks really bronze in the camera, but if you can see the blue next to it, I think it's gonna be a cool contrast. And in person, it actually looks more gold. But in this camera, it kind of looks bronze. But anyways, that's it for right now. I gotta let all that stuff dry. Alright guys, here's the final mock-up. I went ahead and did a bunch of work on it last night without filming. I'm just trying to get this thing done, and the more footage I take, the more footage I want to put into my videos, and the longer the video becomes, and hence the more boring the video becomes. So anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get this thing put back together, and then we'll get it out into the sun and take some snapshots of it. All right, guys. All right guys, we can finally say the mini bike is done. How does it look? I think it looks freaking awesome. It's time to put some gas in it and see if we can get it to fire up. This old Briggs is kind of tired, it's kind of worn out. I'm thinking the mini bike is gonna need a new engine, but for now, it looks awesome. It looks freaking sweet. It's already nighttime out. I'm not gonna be able to do a post paint job photo shoot like I wanted to, but I will be doing that for a half episode, probably next. Do some sweet cinematic shots of it, make it look better than it does, because that's what you do on the internet. But it's time to put some gas in this thing and see if it'll fire up, so let's do that. All right, guys, there you have it. The mini bike has been restored. It's been repainted. It's got a new seat on it. It's got new handlebar grips. It's got, the engine's been painted up. Everything's been gone through. I cleaned out the carburetor, cleaned out the gas tank, put a new gasket between the carburetor and the gas tank. And a little secret, somebody put two-stroke fuel in the gas tank. And that may be the reason it was running like garbage. I don't know if it's the entire reason that it was running bad, but I'm pretty sure it was part of the reason. So there you go. It looks a lot better, way better. I have a special mention to bring up. The whole time I've had this mini bike, I've been calling it a Coleman. And it looks like a Coleman. Turns out, I was contacted on Facebook by a guy named Davon Pettis. And he told me that I don't have a Coleman, I have a Doodlebug. And so, thank you, Davon, for letting me know what I actually have. It's good to know the proper names of what you have. But if you look up Doodlebug and look up Colemans, then they really look really similar. So one could be forgiven for mistaking them. But he told me that if your kickstand is on the right side of the bike, you know you've got the Doodlebug. Some other things I noticed that were different is the little handle in the back on a Coleman is up closer to the seat, and on the Doodlebug it's down there. And of course the kickstand. But other than that, they're really, really similar. But thank you, Davon. That's awesome for you to tell me that. And it was good to get to talk to somebody new who's also interested in this kind of stuff. So anyways, let me know what you think, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I think it looks 110% better. But anyways, as always, if you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you like the channel and you want to see where it can go, hit the subscribe button. And while you're there, click that little bell so you can know when I'm uploading these videos. Earlier in the video, I mentioned a couple other channels that I wanted you to go check out. Those guys are Cars and Cameras, Redbeard's Garage, and Rather Be Welding. They're the reason that I got into this stuff. I don't know them personally. I've never talked to them. They're just the channels that I like. And so I figured that they deserve a little bit of a shout out because they do awesome stuff. So go check out their channels. And please come back to this channel and see what we got next. So once again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.